the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Out of his end zone, here's Vick. The left side completion to Jones. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. It's a play fake. Now Vick steps away. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Now here's Vick, and he'll check this one down to McCoy. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a second down. Here's Vick. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McCoy. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. A first down throw coming for Vick. Now a desperation throw. Deep dip. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Atlanta. And even 50 yards. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
Down to the 25. A gain of 3, second down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Going to drop this off to McCoy. Complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
Back to throw. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And before the second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try and run it with McCoy, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Micah Hyde able to get a hand in and knock that one away. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll come out in the pistol. They'll look to throw, and that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Micah Hyde able to get a hand in and knock that one away. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Von Miller in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Jackson now to return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Steps away to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Freeman. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. To throw, Vick. He may try and run for this. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the 1st.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that 1st down. Now, I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. Oh, and It's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't they? And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now second down. On second down, Vick again. Being chased out left. And he slides to avoid the hit. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Eagle.
Vick will look to throw on first down. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Eagle.
A second down throw for Vick. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and they're going to have a third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on fourth down. They'll throw again. Here's Vick. Dancing to his left. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And that is caught. He's got his running back downfield. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down. How about that, partner? Not only a fourth down conversion in a tie game, a fourth down conversion in overtime in a tie game.
And so many factors go into making that call, and a lot of it is a head coach feeling the rhythm and understanding his team. Sometimes you think, okay, we better get this done right now. We might not have enough left if we let this game extend. Let's go get it, end it, and get a victory.
Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And he got this game would be